well, more breaking news coming in. The dollar has slipped as the US has entered its first government shutdown in nearly 7 years. The dollar slid to a 2-week low against the yen and to a 1-week troughs against the euro and the sterling. This should, Mr. Latham, worry Donald Trump. In fact, he launched this massive tirade against the BRICS as well, because he said that, BRICS stood for de-dollarization. But I think Donald Trump is de-dollarizing the economy on his own.
Well, a couple of points related to that, one of which is I would encourage your viewers to look up Godwin's Law or Godwin's Razor. This country is not on the verge of becoming a fascist dictatorship. The second point I would make, and I want to make this very strongly, is Donald Trump did not shut down the federal government. In the Senate, the two parties were unable to come to an agreement about a continuing resolution and about putting together a budget. Was Donald Trump in the background? Of course he was. He's larger than life. He's not my cup of tea, by the way, but I think we need to recognize that this is a parliamentary mechanics at work. This is the way the American system is set up. It goes back to Ronald Reagan. Every president since then, including those that are preferred on the left, have gone through these kind of shutdowns. So Donald Trump did not flip a switch or pull a trigger or do anything like that. He may have bloviated, as is his style, but he is not the cause of this shutdown. That's Chuck Schumer and his counterpart on the Republican side that are responsible for this. When it comes to de-dollarization, the problem, one of the many problems with President Trump is he often simply doesn't know what he's talking about. Within BRICS, there was, at the point he made that comment, a real difference of opinion between India and China. China has a long-term project of de-dollarizing the global economy, undoing the whole Bretton Woods deal back from 1945. India does not go along with that. And there are other fissures and ruptures within the BRICS movement that make it not a monolith the way in which Donald Trump treats it. It's much more complicated than that. All of the member countries pursue their own national interest. Sometimes they align, Delhi and Beijing, and sometimes they don't align, Delhi and Beijing. And when they don't, BRICS doesn't do anything because it can't. So if we're going to assign blame for this particular shutdown, the blame lies with the Senate leadership. If we're going to talk about the drift of this country towards authoritarianism, personally, having been an immigrant to this country and having lived here now for 3 decades, that's not the vibe I'm getting. This is a blip. Donald Trump will be around for 3 more years. There will be no more Donald Trump. Troops on the streets will be challenged in the courts. The whole tariff business will be challenged in the courts. And everything he has tried to do that upsets me and my colleagues on the left of the political spectrum will be undone by the courts and by a very robust and resilient political system, which has managed to avoid, even in the 1920s, by the way, when fascism was popular in the United States and elsewhere, the institutions were resilient enough that fascism did not come here.
Quite right. That's a solid point that you've made, Mr. Latham.